Do you still want to be with any of these women?
No, sir.
Any of these 6?
No, sir.
Why not? I mean, you were ready to go off with Cecily anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
If she would have you, you don't want her?
No, I don't.
You don't want any of them?
No, sir. I lied to him, and no.
Do you have anything to say to any of them?
If they would accept it, I would apologize to them, and I'm sorry for lying to them, misleading them, and a few of them I did meet their kids, and I'm sorry to the kids as well that I became part of their life basically, and they looked up to me as well.
There are people on social media right now that are saying you haven't learned your lesson, that you're back on dating sites already. Is that true?
I did create a profile, yes sir, and like you said earlier, I went from having everything to having nothing. And again, that was part of my brain at that time, thinking I got to have some sort of attention and have that person to be able to talk to.
So how did you describe yourself on the dating profile?
Pretty much the same way. That I was just looking for friendship.
You're married?
We're in the process of the divorce, yes sir.
What it says is looking for friendship, work on my family ranch, 2 kids, going through a divorce. At least you're honest about going through a divorce.
Well,
and women are passing this around, warning each other about you.
Yeah.
I find it pretty shocking that you're already reaching for another relationship. If you know much about me, if you've followed me at all, you know I'm a very outspoken advocate for law enforcement. And I don't know how anyone can be in law enforcement and see the things that law enforcement people see over and over again, whether it's murder and mayhem or domestic violence or abandoned and abused children or whatever. The incidence of PTSD among that population is absolutely through the roof. I think it's highly underreported. I think it's highly untreated. I know that you have received the Medal of Valor in the state of Texas for courage in the line of duty, putting yourself in harm's way to benefit fellow officers. You've had officers around you shot in the face. You've seen things folks just shouldn't have to see. And I'm not trying to excuse anything that you've done, but I also, in fairness, have to acknowledge the fact that you've been through a lot and you've distinguished yourself along the way, and it's come at a high price, and I think it's taken a toll. Do you consider yourself mentally and emotionally impaired? Did that contribute to what you've done here?
I believe so, because this is not the person that my parents raised me to be. I came from a very good home, loving home, and I know that if both of my parents were alive today, they would be extremely upset with me.
And that's my question, because you came from a good, solid background and family. You have distinguished yourself in law enforcement throughout your career. How did you get from there to making such poor decisions to humiliate yourself and your family with these horrible choices? How did you get from that to this?
I honestly don't understand. I don't know how I got to this point.
I don't think that's true. I think you do know how you got from there to here. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.